Am I still gonna help him? Of course I'm still gonna help him. With my money? No. I'm gonna send him books to read. Cause I don't think they know how to come for this appeal because they're making it about a white jewelry. My mama say, son, why you got to put up that much money? I said, Mom, if I put up this much money, other people will too. What about your family? Mama wanna know. What about your family? Not that you shouldn't, that's what God put on your heart. But you ain't got to get that much, son. Why you got to care? You've been carrying it over with your family the whole time. So the people who had the money ready to direct it to my account, I told them nope. He all right. He's mountable, he respectful, so he gonna be all right. He just psychologically gotta get through.
What's up with it, man? We back again. Charleston White's on the chopping block today, baby. Yes. Man, we got Charleston White all the way on the chop block today. But, hold on. But this is a good chop. You know what I'm saying? We're going to chop it up, man. Charleston White. Charleston White, he's been on a campaign run. This nigga might be dropping something soon. I don't know what it is, but this nigga gotta be dropping something. He finna drop like a project or something. I know he got a show coming to Dallas on December 6th. I'm definitely catching that bitch because I definitely need to see Charleston White in person. I need to see all these fellow guys in person. But Charleston White, his last interview with Terrance Gangsta Williams, he did a great job asking questions this time. And when I say he did a great job asking questions, I meant he did great. He was curious about the question. It didn't seem like it was just a question that he wrote down on a piece of paper. Whenever y'all hear me saying like, oh, I don't know if he asked too good of a question, I be basing it off if it sounds like if the person asking the questions is really curious about the question, not just reading it off a paper that somebody gave me in the back. And wrote down a bunch of topics to ask Charleston White. It sounded like Terrance Gangsta Williams was really interested on what he was asking Charleston, and I really do appreciate that. So Charleston came on right after this whole Carmelo Anthony situation was over. You know, like he was rooting for the dad. He was helping Carmelo Anthony out, and he was basically like he was there for the family, but at the same time, he didn't have a problem with the other side, and I forgot their last name too. But we're not gonna say white people or black people. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna say Carmelo Anthony and then the victim side because the other people was victims. And Charleston White was just basically saying like, how are Carmelo Anthony's side acting like victims when this side was the murderer side? And he basically couldn't like it didn't sit well with him with them acting not empathetic of the other side. Like he was saying the Carmelo Anthony side was acting like almost in a racial type of term. But I don't know where they picked that up from. I didn't watch the whole case. The thing is too, Charleston White was right. This situation has been going on for like almost a year and a half, and people are just now jumping on this shit at this magnitude. I remember when this first popped off, it wasn't too many people talking about it. Like somebody said something, but as time went on, I kind of thought the boy was already charged and probably in jail or something like that. I didn't really do too much digging. I heard somebody talking about the situation. I was standing in line somewhere, but I didn't really do too much digging on it myself. And that's what Charleston White was saying. Like, this shit started to pick up. It started to ramp up in the media. And that's probably why it didn't take them so long to go ahead and charge him. Like, it took them less than 3 hours to go ahead and, I guess, prosecute him. That's what it's called. But he was just saying he can't fuck with the daddy. He weak and all this shit because he wasn't even there for the son's sentencing. But at the same time, everybody's been getting harassed. Like, the Carmelo Anthony side has been getting harassed. Judges had to go in hiding. So I kind of understand, like, Like, why the dad probably wasn't there for his own safety, but at the same time, that's your son. He finna go away for at least 15 years. If not 15 years, like more than 5 years. Your 17-year-old son, he finna go away for a minute. And that's not just something you just like stay at home to watch on the TV. Like, so I kind of understand Charleston White when he was saying about how he felt like his daddy was weak. He's been taking care of this family this whole time. In the background, nobody knew. That's one thing I fuck with about Charleston White. He be doing shit in the background and nobody, you know what? Because nobody gotta know for real until he let you know. But he also rubbed people the wrong way. Like after you say, nah, I took over the car payments. I ain't even let my son drive the car. He said he let his son drive a red truck that they couldn't take care of the payments no more for. I guess because you know they had to pay for lawyers and all types of shit. And he let his son drive it. And some people didn't ran the son off the road thinking it was Carmelo Anthony, whoever the family members was. So he said he been in the back of the scenes paying for everything. He put up $75,000. He was able to help raise $1 million for this family, but apparently the Carmelo Anthony side didn't want to give the money back after everything was done. So they paid the lawyers. They probably paid a couple bills. You know how they go, and they had some money left over. And I guess the Carmelo Anthony side wanted to keep that money on some shit, but Charleston White was like, bro, you're not even too considerate of the other side of the family. So we just gonna give it to everybody back who donated. I guess that's where the split happened. But what surprised me the most was how the other side, the victim side, was, well, the dad at least, was so like, nah, he wasn't compassionate, but he was very like, listen, y'all, like, we are gonna get through this together. He was the one, like, I thought the Carmelo Anthony dad would be like that, but no, the victim's father, the Carmelo Anthony, the guy he killed, his dad, he was more open-minded about Carmelo Anthony, and I just couldn't understand that shit. I was like, when I was listening to him speak, because I did listen to a couple clips of him. I think he was talking to like a reporter, and he just seemed so like not blissful. But he seemed like, you know what? I can't let this shit stress me out because I still got a family to take care of at the end of the day. And if this so-called shit happened because my son was the bully, then listen, I'm upset, but it ain't finna go down in no racist fire flame shit. And he was saying everybody kept trying to point him as to be a racist, but I don't know what he was saying behind the scenes to people. Like maybe he was whispering some shit, but Charleston White said every time he got on camera, like even the next day, like he was showing like almost like grace. I want to say grace, but he wasn't like too mad. But nah, that shit crazy though. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that nigga. You know what I'm saying? He lost his son. He still gave people the benefit of that because apparently everybody wrote a statement that day that the incident happened. And apparently, they didn't get to cross-examine the witnesses on the stand because maybe it would have put Carmelo in a different light. But I think the whole reason why he did get charged because he brought the knife to school. Like it kind of seemed like fucking on purpose. And when Charleston White was asking the dad, the boy like, why the fuck would you bring a knife to school? Like on some premeditated murder type shit, and they wouldn't know, and they wouldn't give no answer. So it kind of led Charleston White to think like these motherfuckers probably planned to do this shit, but it came off as bullying because the fucking kids got a fucking a history of fucking bullying him and other people. Like literally a week before the incident happened, they were suspended probably for some bullying shit. You just never know, but you never know if the little Carmelo Anthony side conspired to fucking do that shit or what. But nah, shout out to Charleston White. He was very passionate with this one. Yeah, turn the fuck up, man.